Okay, so check me out. I don't know how much time I got before it start pouring. It's already wind blowing like crazy. But I need to say this to y'all, man. Listen, how many times do your person or the person you talking to or your family member or whoever gotta tell you how jacked up they are before you believe them? The first conversation, a lot of times, somebody will reveal to you that they crazy. Oh, I'm crazy. Listen, I'm gonna throw it off, right? Months later down the line, right now, all of a sudden, you crying, or either you locked up in jail, or either like you in a custody battle for your kids, or either you in a crazy drawn out divorce or something crazy like that, and now you want to like really blame them, right? Granted, they did do something wrong. They was dead wrong. Like they was so wrong, like it ain't even a leg to stand on wrong. And they don't give a fuck. And why? You know what it make me think of? It make me think of the story of the snake and the frog. Sometimes they use a scorpion. But the whole bottom line is when the frog got bit, the frog said, "Damn, why you bite me, snake?" You know what the fuck the snake said? You gonna have to figure that out. I ain't gonna tell you. But the bottom line is people always telling on themselves. Why do we keep not believing them? Oh, no, they saying that, but I'm special. I'm different. I can defeat whatever they talking about. Like they ain't gonna do that to me. Months down the line, right? You getting hit with the heat, like they pull a, like they come around the corner like, I told you I had a suitcase with a tech. I told you that the first day you met me. Blah, blah, blah. Yo, I'm just saying, like, it's dead serious. Like, they tell on themselves. They tell on themselves so crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was talking to somebody the other day, and when I met them, they was, you could tell, like, they was going through a rough time. They had legal issues, all this type of stuff. And while they doing that, sitting out asking somebody for a cigarette, they talking about, yeah, I'm in the process of getting this $1 million. We all judge. Let's stop playing. We all be judging, right? Because we gotta, like, you can call it expectation. You can call it pattern recognition. You can call it judging. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of women like to say, if the man allows her to get away with a lot of stuff, then she expects that's the way it's going to go. Man, what she's saying is that she makes a judgment, you know what I'm saying, based on pattern. You see, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, we got to stop tripping. No, I don't judge. Use a motherfucking lie. You should. Because what else do you have to protect yourself with? You have to make a judgment call, like we be tripping. Sometimes, though, you need to make sure that you judging it on real information and not your past that you didn't heal from. That's the bottom line. You know what I'm saying? That's what's wrong. Like when they say, I don't judge, what they really need to say is, I try not to be prejudiced, which is a prejudgment, which is judging, like, which is contempt prior to investigation. You know what I mean? That means you don't have the information and you make a judgment. Now, there's nothing wrong with making a judgment, but make sure you have the information. You see what I'm saying? But here's the point. People be telling on themselves. Tell me people don't be telling on themselves when you first meet them.
Sometimes.
A lot of times, like
It's all you can read that body language and how they is. You can tell who's with certain stuff and with not certain stuff.
exactly, like how many women you know said I'm crazy. I'm as the first conversation.
And then mean it to the core of her soul.
That baby is cute as I don't know what, man. But see, that's what I'm talking about. Like everybody, like you can hit anybody up and they know this, but we will ignore it because for some reason we think that we like super something and have a hard enough time trying to understand how we feel. Like that, we damn near can't even identify what's the feeling we feeling. But we feel like we can conquer somebody else's feelings. No, like once they explain the shit to you, now you signed up to be a victim to that. How many times before you decide, oh no, if they tell me I'm going to believe them? I just went through that. Like this potential thing, like we see this potential. I saw this potential in this woman. And it's so much cheating and shit out here that sometimes a man or even a woman will get to the point where you don't even got to be the best looker. You could not even have teeth. You could be jacked up, but if you're loyal and you are trying to hustle and you like got a good heart, sometimes you'll be like, all right, well, I'm ready to like grab you up because everybody else out here crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like you find out that potential didn't mean shit. It didn't mean shit. This person was never about to live up to that potential. They wasn't even thinking about it. It was an act. They was using their potential as a means to manipulate better. Listen, the people that you want to trust is the people that show you they're already on that path. Like you don't have to like look at them and say, they got potential. You actually see that they're on some, like they're already in that vibe, like all the way in it. All the way in it. They automatically want to be honest with you. Like you ain't got to pull nothing out of them. What's up, man? You already know. Oh, no. I don't mess around. It's like, it's the same shit. Like, it's really about like, you can tell because it's they talk. It's what they talk about. It's what they bring up on their own. It's how they move. It's like when people start, when a woman especially start asking you about you, a woman ain't gonna ask you about you unless she is interested in you. A man, I would say too. You know what I'm saying? People not gonna ask you about you unless they interested in you. And if they go to the point where they're asking you about you, even if they're not interested in you, it means that they value themselves. Whereas you got other people that won't ask you about you at all because they don't really give a fuck. And a lot of times they don't even give a fuck about themselves. Like they're not gonna ask nobody about nothing. It's just, I just want what I want, but you don't even know who this is, and you might end up getting a bad one. Like, but you don't ask because you don't really care about yourself. Next thing you know, you caught something or something like that. Like, people be tripping, man. But I'm telling you, people tell on themselves. You gotta listen. Like the first conversation, people give a lot of information about themselves. And all I'm saying is if you pay attention, you'll put yourself in a position to protect yourself, to be on point, and really to see who it is that you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? It's crucial. It's crucial. And pay attention to the words that are not being said. What I mean is, if you are vibing with somebody, y'all seem to be talking back and forth, whether y'all texting or whatever the case may be, and suddenly they just cut off and don't show up for like an hour and didn't say nothing. That's a lot of information. That's a lot of information that you gain about that person. The lack of response is a response. The lack of communication is communication. It could have been that somebody else that they talking to showed up and they just cut you off because you was a place filler. It could have been that they had something else to do with their kids or with their parents or their family or something like that. But the bottom line is they didn't let you know shit, which lets you know how important you are. Pay attention. Unless you don't really give a fuck and you just willing to accept anything. But if you are somebody that values yourself and wants something that's meaningful and doesn't want to waste your time, first couple conversations, pay attention. That's all I got. Y'all have a good night, and I'll be back.